Hello, my chicklets. Thank you for stopping by. Today is day 12 in our AU August series. This one is the Family AU. Now, there is a bit of a content warning with this one, so please make sure to check that description below. And while you're there, you can also check out my myriad of links. Without further ado, let me read to you The Shadow You'll Leave Behind. Logan was the oldest of 6, and though he was just a teenager, he already felt like an adult. His parents were rarely around, and that left him to be the responsible one. He had to make sure everyone got fed, had to make sure that Virgil, Patton, Roman, and Remus got to bed on time, had to make sure that Janice didn't get himself in trouble. On top of that, Logan was fighting to keep his grades up, knowing that his parents expected a certain level of excellence from him, and if he fell below that, things would become harder to handle. He was nearing the end of his rope, always tired and barely sleeping at night. He loved his brothers more than anything, and he was the most mature, so he had to take care of them. Who else was going to be there when Patton was bullied by other students, when Remus was bullied by other students, when Virgil was bullied by his own thoughts? That was why Logan needed to find a way to keep going. He needed something that would take the edge off of a long day and help him focus when everyone else had gone to sleep. He knew every reason why this was a bad idea, why he shouldn't be doing this. His mind screamed at him that the choices he made now would affect the rest of his life. But the part of him that was tired was quickly winning out. He wanted to set a good example for his brothers, but he didn't know how else to get through his day. Logan opened up the pill bottle he had gotten from someone at school, pouring out one and rolling it around in his hands. "Sorry," he muttered, going to pop it in his mouth when it was snatched out of his hand. Didn't expect the high and mighty Logan to be a druggie. Janice was standing looking at him with a skeptical eye. His fist was clenched tightly. "You should be in bed. You have school in the morning." He didn't move to take the pill back. Janice was a good 6 inches taller than him and had the physical advantage over him. Besides, Logan still had a full bottle. So do you. That didn't matter. "I still have to make lunch for everyone and prep breakfast so it's easier to get out of the door in the morning." There were so many things he needed to do. He hadn't even sat down to do his homework. He knew he could ask for help, but he didn't want to put that burden on Janice. He was only a few years younger, but Logan felt immensely protective over his little brother. He had been born with a skin condition that had made him a target of bullying in middle school. By the time high school came around, he had developed fairly thick skin, figuratively, but Logan still wanted to protect him and make sure he didn't face extra adversity. Janice could take care of himself, but Logan couldn't help but want to fix things. He didn't want Janice taking on any of the stress he had. "I can help." "You need rest." "So do you." "I'm managing." "Really?" He held up the pill. "This is managing, because it looks like self-destruction. Stop being a martyr and let me help." Logan raised his eyebrow, turning to look at his brother. "Look, I know you're doing the best you can to play dad, and I know you want to help us, but I look up to you, and I hate this," Janice said, throwing his arms up with a light growl, trying to crush the pill in his hands, though Logan doubted it was a conscious effort. "You rarely sleep, and your eyes, they aren't." He was struggling to find the words to explain what he was saying. "They aren't bright anymore. When was the last time we looked at the stars together? When was the last time you just sat and listened to Remus talk about his favorite murderous plants? You are taking care of us, but at what cost to you?" Logan bit at his lip, sliding the pill bottle into his pocket. "Once Patton and the twins are in high school, I'll relax." "Oh yes, 6 more years of pushing off your own needs. You'll totally come out of that fine." Janice flicked the pill at Logan's forehead. He looked about ready to shout, looked ready to get angry and start another fight, but all of the anger melted off of him with a sigh. "Fine. Do whatever you want. It's not like I care." Logan looked down at the pill, sitting on the ground by his feet, letting out a shaky breath as he crouched down to grab it. "I'm sorry, Jay. I'm just tired." "Then accept some help." Janice looked at him, hand on the sliding glass door. "And real help, not this, because you might think it's coping, but we're losing you." Logan picked up the dirty pill off the ground and slipped it back into the bottle before tossing it at Janice. You'll tell me if it gets to be too much for you, right? Of course I will. You know I will loudly and dramatically complain. He smirked, looking over at his brother. Come on, let's go to bed. You're a fucking idiot, and the others can take care of themselves in the morning. You don't get to order me around. You're younger than me. But Logan walked towards him anyway. Maybe, but I'm not a dumbass. Logan just rolled his eyes as Janice put him in a headlock. That is debatable. Thank you all for listening. Again, this was day 12 of our AU August series. We're going to have a bit of a longer video tomorrow, and then I'm going to take about 2 days off before continuing the rest of the month. I do hope you all enjoyed this one, and I hope you have a wonderful day.